What's up? Welcome to Hanging with Stats, episode number 10. Tonight, I'm going to recap the No Prep Kings Las Vegas race that just happened this past weekend, as well as I'm going to be joined by a couple of guests in a little bit. So I'm going to talk to those guys. It should be a cool little episode tonight. So, what's up, the Bob guy? What's up, man? Griff, what's up, guys? So I always start with the show with my shout outs. Hey, Capri, how you doing? What's up, Big Kev? So I always start with my shout outs from this past weekend. So my first shout out is to Murder Nova. Got into the grade 8. He won a coin. He won the chip draw. Got into the grade 8. Beat out 3 other guys in the chip draw to get in there. So that was a win in itself. Then he goes on to beat Kai Kelly in the first round and wins the grade 8. So that was his first No Prep Kings event win of his career. If you guys remember a couple of years ago for Team Attack, him and Ryan Martin had made it to the finals and they decided not to race. But so this was his first event win in his career. So shout out to Murder Nova. He's really flying as of late, especially, and he's been earning his way just like that. He's got 10 points already now in the grade 8 for winning it. So he's knocking on the door, man. He's doing well. So shout out to him. Another shout out is hey Mazda RXA, how you doing? Brad, what's up? Hi Barbara, hi Lori. Shout out to Dana Merchant. So Dana Merchant's been flying all year. He's made a bunch of finals. He won his first grade 8 finals a few races ago. I forget which one that was. But he's been to 3, I think, invitational finals now, and he got his first invitational win. So congratulations to Dana Merchant. I talk about him a lot on my shows. He's been flying all year. He's so fast. So he got his first win, his rookie season. Got his first invitational win. So shout out to Damon. I also want to give a shout out to Larry Larson. Larry Larson made the finals in the invitational on Saturday. And this was Larry's first time making the finals since season 2. As you know, Larry's struggled in recent seasons ever since he stopped racing or could no longer race the S10. He's been racing the Cadillac, and he has struggled until this year. He's actually been pretty consistent. Usually Larry goes about 2 rounds. He's been getting points. I think I'll go over the points, but I think he's in like the top 12 now in points. But shout out to Larry. It's good to see him back going rounds, going deep into the invitational rounds. So shout out to Larry making it to the invitational finals. One more shout out I want to do, and I've been getting a lot of messages is about the points, and there's only 6 races left. Who still has a chance to win? Stuff like that. And I'll get into that, but I want to shout out to Nate Saylor. Obviously, he's a personal friend of mine, friend of the show, supports me a lot, but he quietly is 4th in invitational points, and now after making it to the finals in the grade 8 on Friday, he's now 4th in grade 8 points too. So shout out to Nate. He hasn't won an event yet this year. He's been to a couple finals, one invitational and one grade 8 finals. But he is slowly racking up the points. This past weekend, he went to the finals in the grade 8, and then he went to the semifinals in the invitational. So shout out to Nate. Everybody's talking about Damon and Kai and and stuff like that, and rightfully so. Lizzie, but nobody's really talking about Nate. But he's quietly just racking up the points, making the top 5s every week. So shout out to Nate. Okay, let's go. We're gonna do the Vegas recap. I'm kind of going a little faster than I normally do through this stuff, just because I have guests coming on. They're gonna come on at 8:15 Central Time, so in about 10 minutes. But let's go over the Las Vegas recap. So Friday night we had the grade 8. Like I said, Murder Nova was the lucky 8th guy in the grade 8. He ended up winning it. But in the first round, we had Kayla Morton beat Lizzie Musey. Nate Saylor beat Damon Merchant. X-Man beat Giuseppe. And then, like I said, Murder Nova took out Kai Kelly, which is a big win for him. So Kai, actually, who was the points leader, he earned 0 points in the grade 8 this past weekend. Gave a chance for other people to catch up, and some of them did gain a couple points on him. So second round, we saw Murder Nova beat Kayla Morton. And then we saw Nate Saylor beat Axeman. And then for the finale, Murder Nova beat Nate Saylor to win his first grade 8 event of the season and of his career. So that was the grade 8. The grade 8 totals, I do have a picture of that. If you guys can see it. Let's see, one, two. That's the current grade 8 standings. Kai Kelly's in first with 47 points. Giuseppe remains in second with 27. Axeman pretty much every week. Axeman gains about 3 points. He's usually going to the second round. So Axeman's in third place now by himself with 22 points. And then we got a three-way tie for fourth place between Nate Saylor, Damon Merchant, and Kayla Morton. They all have 13 points. And then we have a three-way tie for seventh place. Ryan Martin, who won one event. Murder Nova, who's won one event. And then David Gates, who won one event. So those are your three guys tied for seventh. And then Callie Mills is 10th place with 7 points. So those are the grade 8 standings as of right now. Back to the comments. What's up, Rick? How you doing, man? Appreciate you too, brother. No prep racing, noprepracing.com. I think it's noprep.com. Shout out to Rick in the comments. No Prep Racing, followed on Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. Shout out to him, great supporter of the show. So let's go over the Invitational matchups. So as always, we had 32 Invitational drivers. There was 2 rounds of Race Your Way In on Friday night that determined the field, so a part of the field. So Saturday Invitational, we saw Kyle Canyon beat Disco Dean. Robin Roberts beat Paige Coughlin. Doc Love beat Kayla Morton. Hey, Tom Pierce, how you doing? Hey, Adam, how's it going, man? So Doc Love beat Kayla Morton. X-Man beat Lizzie Musey. Jeff Lutz beat John Odom. Jim Howe beat Scott Taylor. Ryan Martin beat Giuseppe, 2 teammates racing. Nate Saylor beat Chuck 55. Clay Cole beat Bobby. Tony McKinney beat Justin Swanstrom, another 2 teammates racing. Dan Merchant beat David Gates. Kai Kelly beat Jimmy Taylor. Larry Larson beat Brandon James. Rich Bruder beat Daddy Dave. Chris Rankin, shout out to Adam Frock, who's in the comments. Chris Rankin beat Callie Mills. And Murder Nova beat B-Rad. Second round, we saw Kyle Canyon beat Ryan Martin. Nate Saylor took out Murder Nova. So in a rematch of Friday night, they got the Nate and Murder Nova matched up in the second round on Saturday, and Nate won this time. Nate beat Murder Nova. Robin Roberts beat Axeman. Tony McKinney got another win, beat Clay Cole. Larry Larson took out Doc. Damon Merchant beat Jim Howe. Kai Kelly beat Rich Bruder. And Battle of the Turbos, Jeff Lutz beat Chris Rankin. Third round, we saw Damon Merchant take out Kai Kelly. That was a big win for Damon. As you know, Kai blew something. Damon was out ahead when Kai blew his whole head off his motor and everything. So Damon Merchant got Kai Kelly. I know Kai Kelly's kind of been whooping him a lot this year, but Damon has got a couple now back on Kai. So Larry Larson beat Kyle Canyon. Jeff Lutz beat Tony McKinney. And Nate Saylor beat Robin Roberts. So the semifinals, we saw Damon Merchant take out Nate Saylor. They've raced a lot this year. They are both on Team Bodie. So Damon beat Nate, and then Larry Larson beat Jeff Lutz. That was quite the matchup. As you know, maybe you don't know, those guys, there's no love lost there between those 2 guys. And it was like a little, when Larry faced Jeff in the semifinals, it was a little like bringing back the old times, the old times of No Prep Kings when Lutz and Larry were in the semifinals all the time. So it was cool to see that. And then for the finals, we saw Damon Merchant beat Larry Larson. Appreciate you, Greg. Thanks, man. Yeah, so Damon Merchant got his first event win of No Prep Kings invitational win of the season. I do have the standings for that. It's really small. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it or not, but I will read it off anyway. So for invitational points on Saturday, this is the team points now. Okay, this is not the individual points. It's invitational points. Kai Kelly is in sole first place. He has 310. Damon Merchant is in second with 290. Lizzie Musey is in third with 270. Nate Saylor is in fourth with 220. Kayla Morton's in fifth with 200. There's a 2-way tie for sixth between Robin Roberts and Axeman. They have 190 points. There's a two-way tie for 8th place between Giuseppe and Murder Nova. So those 9 that I just named, 8 of them will be your grade 8 for this upcoming week in Ohio. Giuseppe and Murder Nova will either have a chip draw for the A spot, or maybe they will race off, as we saw Scott Taylor and I believe Ron Roberts did in Colorado. So that'll be your top 8. Let's take that off right there. As always, I go over. So that's basically the recap of this past weekend. I will admit, Friday, I am Central Time, so Vegas is Pacific Time. It's 2 hours before me. So when they had those oil spills and or the oil downs and everything like that, like I went to bed, man. It was like I think the grade 8 started at like 12:30 my time. It started first round at 12:30 my time, and I was like, I knew I wasn't gonna make it through the whole thing, so I was like, I'm just gonna go to bed and wake up early and try to watch it on. I watched it. Shout out to Upshift 360. I watched the passes in the morning when I woke up, so that was nice. But I just couldn't. I couldn't last. You know what I'm saying? So I did. Admittedly, I did not watch the grade 8 live on Friday night, but I did Saturday night. There wasn't as many. Saturday night was good. It ended at a good time. So as always, I do my surprises, my not surprises, and my overreaction. So my surprises was Larry Larson, man. Like I said, Larry Larson's been consistently like going a couple rounds every week. He's been in like a top 20 for points. He's been really the only guy on Disco Dean's team getting any points every week. But it was surprising. I will say it was surprising for Larry to finally get that car rolling deep into the rounds of No Prep Kings events. So it's a good surprise. You know, it's Larry Larson, right? It's season 1 and season 2, that guy was fast as hell, and he was always going late in rounds. So it's good to see Larry doing it again. I was surprised, but that's my surprise of this past weekend. Not surprised is Damon finally winning a Invitational. He's been to so many finals. He's won a grade 8. So it was only a matter of time before Damon, in my opinion, was going to win an Invitational, and he finally did. So shout out to him. I was not surprised that he did. He posted a picture today. That guy can 60 foot with the best of them. So yeah, he's flying. Tom Pierce, I'll answer some questions in a minute. If you have any questions, post them again in a minute. My overreaction would be that Kai Kelly has it in the bag and he's going to win it all. Okay. There are 6 races remaining. As you see, the grade 8 is cutthroat, man. Kai went out in the first round and he gained 0 points in the grade 8. So if let's just say, for example, if Kai goes a couple of weeks in a row here where he doesn't get any points in the grade 8, and someone like Giuseppe or Nate or X-Man wins 1 or 2, I mean, they're right back in it. You get 10 points for winning one, and Kai has a 25 point lead. So it's definitely not over. And expect, just because of past years, expect there to be some multipliers, you know, maybe a 1.5 race or a double point race or something like that. Expect that to happen too. So there's tons of season left. Kai does not have it in the bag. We all know every season comes down to the last race. And I expect that to happen this year again. So my overreaction would be that Kai is going to win the championship. He's got to, don't get me wrong, Kai definitely has the tools to do it. And he has a commanding lead. It's in his control right now. So it's going to be on him. It's up to him if he's going to win it. But I just wanted to talk about a couple stats before I get my guests on here. They're waiting right now. So far in 9 invitational races this year, there's been 9 invitational races. There have been 12 different drivers in the finals. So in 9 races, 12 different drivers have made the finals. That's crazy. In comparison, through 15 races, we've only had 9 this year. 15 races last year, 13 people made the 13 different drivers made the invitational finals. So this year we're on pace to surpass that. As I keep saying every week, this year's more competitive. It's really anybody's race. There's at least 10 guys. I mean, there's 12 guys who have made a final, so you could say there's at least so far 12 guys who could have won every week. So another stat is in eight of the grade 8 races. So there's been 8 grade 8 races this year. There have been 10 different drivers in the finals. In comparison, only 10 different drivers in the whole 15 races last year of grade 8. So the grade 8's more competitive as well. So I'm just kind of using those stats to show you how competitive this year is compared to last year, and how the competition is so good that it makes it exciting, man. It makes it exciting to not know who's going to win every week. You know, it really is. Don't get me wrong. Kai's been dominating. You know, and Kai's always in the mix. You know, in the late rounds, usually takes something catastrophic failure for him not to make it to those late rounds. But it is cool seeing these other guys make it to the finals. So. I will take a couple questions before my guests come on. Just, if you got any questions real quick, and I'm going to have a couple guests on here. Guests who are waiting. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but I'll get you on in a second. I just want to take a couple questions before I get you guys on. I thought I saw something about the pecker extender. I did. Peckergate, is that what we're calling it? Peckergate. Okay, so I hope I don't get banned or something for saying that on here, but I did hear about that. I heard that both Nate Saylor and Robin Roberts were what do you call it? I can't think of the word right now, but anyway, they had to prove that their pecker extender was to the length it was supposed to be. Now, from what I understand is there's a minimum length, there's a minimum distance they can have it from the ground. So yeah, protested. Thank you, Jacob. So both Nate Saylor and Robin Roberts were protested for their pecker extender being too close to the ground. I guess it's got to be a minimum of 3 inches. Talking to people about the situation, like when you move weight around in the car and you make changes in the car, that's one thing that you think you're set on. Is how low it goes, but if you also move some weight to the front or something, it's going to bring that pecker extender down a little bit, and you might not be within the rules. But seeing the fact that they were both protested and both of them were actually illegal during that race, they called it like what's fair is what's fair, what's equal is what equal. So Nate ended up crossing the finish line first, so he got the win. So. I don't know if that was a call by the race master or call by the show or whatever, but yeah, that's my understanding is they were both protested. They were both illegal for that race against each other. So instead of having nobody win, they just said, okay, well, you're both illegal with the same exact infraction. So it wasn't like somebody had more of an advantage than the other person in that race. They both were illegal on the same infraction. So they called it what it was, fair race. And Nate moved on. So that was what I understand of the pecker extender gate. To clear it up, I'm sure it'll be talked about on the show. I'm sure there'll be some drama when the show comes out about that little pecker extender thing. I'm sure there is. I'm not going to get into any of that because that's not what I do on my show. But it'll be on TV. You know it will. So nonetheless, I want to bring my guests on here. So it's a cool little experience. Before I bring them on, a cool experience for me. Someone gave me an idea, and I thought it was a great idea because as I've always had here is on drivers. I think every single show I've done, I've had just drivers on here. But tonight, change up a little bit differently. I'm going to add these guys in right now. Just add him in. What's up, fellas? How you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Can you hear? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
All right. I'm gonna first off Yep, you sound good.
Okay.
Do I sound good?
Yeah, you always sound good, Jamie.
Do I look good though?
Oh.
Well, that's up to interpretation, I guess. I just want to adjust the layout here 1 second before we get into this. The first time I've done this where you guys have come on during the live feed. I just want to see the layouts here. Hey, how about that? You guys like that better?
I don't care.
Looks great.
So what's up, fellas? So for the guys watching, people watching right now, we got 150 people on. Joining me are Braden Eglian and Jimmy Howe. Okay, these guys are two of the young guys involved in No Prep Kings. If you don't know, Braden is B-Rad's son. Helps out. He's on the crew. He's on B-Rad's crew. An integral part of his crew. And then Jimmy Howe, obviously, is Jim Howe's son. Same thing. He's on his crew too. I wanted to bring these guys on tonight because for two reasons, basically. One is I wanted to shine a little light to the fans about what happens about the people in the background, people that don't get seen on TV, but are really important parts of every race program. And then the second thing is I've personally seen these guys kick ass at the races, do things over the top, like help other people out that aren't even in their race program. So I wanted to shine a little light on these guys and bring them onto the show and ask them some questions. So first off, how you guys doing, man? What's up? What's up, Braden? Where you guys at right now? Are you on your way to Ohio yet? Did you get there yet?
We just made it home 2 hours ago. We're heading up to Ohio Thursday night, I think. But
so you just got home from Vegas?
What was that?
You just got home from Vegas, is what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, and you're heading up to Ohio in a couple days?
Yeah.
How far? It's probably pretty close for you, huh?
It's
Being in Kentucky.
Hour.
Nice. What about you, Jimmy? Where you at? Are you home from Vegas?
I'm at a friend's house in OKC.
You're in OKC, okay?
Yeah.
I got you, man. When are you guys leaving for for Ohio?
Well, my dad and them are already on their way there.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's good. So are you driving to Ohio? Are you flying, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I plan to drive.
Okay, nice. So let's get to a little bit, guys. So both of you are 18, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And both of you have graduated?
Yes, sir.
Not yet.
Braden, you haven't graduated. You are a senior.
No.
You are a senior right now?
Yeah.
So let's start with you then, man. How does because you are full-time with your dad racing No Prep Kings, how does that work out with your school schedule?
I mean, I can get off, like we had this thing, I can get off for like 10 days at a time or something. And I got to do my schoolwork online, but I'm still at school and all that. I don't know. It's not bad, but it's a lot.
Yeah, I can only imagine. Like, is your mom ever concerned that about your grades and stuff? Maybe slipping if you're spending too much time at the track? That's good. That's good, man. And Jimmy, you just graduated, right? So this has turned into your you have no worries now. You have no commitments to go to school all week. You can just travel all season and do your thing.
My dad said he lost audio, but I think that's because he doesn't know how to use Facebook.
He lost. Can it? Okay. Well, yeah. You never know with the old man. Anybody watching? Can y'all hear us? Good. Because I can hear Braden and Jimmy Howe. Fine. Just waiting for some comments to pop up. All right, audio looks good here. Maybe it's just tell your old man Jimmy, you need to teach your old man how to use how to use technology, man. You gotta get a set up a class for him. So Jimmy, so you're not in school right now. So what during this season here? What's a normal week look like for you as far as traveling, or do you fly? Do you drive? Does your dad take the toter home, the trailer, anything like that? What's a normal week for you?
A normal week consists of he will not let me drive yet. He insists on him driving. Now, I have drove like trucks and stuff to the track before to pull like small trailers, but I don't drive the motorhome or the tractor trailer. Other than that, a normal week consists of we get to No Prep Kings on Thursday. We set up, right? We race Friday, race Saturday. We pack up, head to the next race, and sometimes we'll stick around Sunday and do maintenance, depending on what we messed up the weekend before.
So, what is your main job on the race crew, Jamie?
I can do everything pretty much. Wherever I need to be at is wherever I'll be at. So,
nice. I've seen you line up the car. I've seen you working on the car. I've seen you help out. Pretty much I've seen you personally do everything. I think, and I think you hit it right on the head.
You know, I'm still learning. There's so much to learn, and I'm starting to learn tuning. It's the tuning side of it now, but I can pretty much do everything on the car.
Nice, man. That's got to be great for your dad to have you be able to do that, learn from him, learn how it's supposed to be done, how he wants it done, and how it should be done. Because your dad's very successful when it comes to racing, so that's cool, man. What about you, Braden? What's the normal week look like for you, especially with school now and stuff? Like, do you fly to these events now with school starting, or how does it work out for you?
We drive to them still. Like these next 6 races, they're not pretty far away. The only far one away is Texas. But I get off school on Fridays, and it's really that. It's missing a few days ain't bad.
Yeah, no, that's got to be great, actually. Do all your classmates know that's what you do?
Pretty sure. Most of them do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, that's cool.
I bet a few are watching right now, actually.
That's cool, man. Hell yeah. That's really cool. So what is your job, Braden? What do you do on your old man's crew there?
I do all the maintenance in between rounds. I line them up. I do everything. Like I'm learning how to build a motor now myself. Well, not myself, but he's teaching me all that. Still, I'm still newer with all this. I'll probably learn how to tune eventually, pretty soon. I still got to do the plugs. My dad can't do the plugs. He puts them in backwards. The plug wires.
You gotta give the old man a break, that's what you're there for. You're there to catch his, his not his errors in his age. How about that?
Yep.
So Braden, like how long have you been traveling with your dad doing this? Have you done this all throughout high school? Like how many years have you been doing this?
I think I've probably been doing it for about 3 years. I've been traveling with him. We've gone to a few before that, not much, but I've started really helping him, I think about 3 years ago.
Okay. What about you, Jimmy? Same?
In No Prep Kings or in general?
No Prep Kings. How long you been traveling doing this
3
15
years.
race schedule? 3 years?
Yes, 3 years.
Oh, yeah. So your dad's first year in it, right? In season 4, I believe was his first season.
And then I flew out that season every race, and I got sick every Friday at school. I always missed Friday.
Hey, it happens, man. It happens. So Jim,
bad.
What's that?
I said COVID-19 hit me bad every Friday.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, everybody had to go through it. So Jimmy, what's your short-term future look like for you now? So you're out of high school, you're traveling with your old man, doing the crew thing full time. Do you have any plans to race? Oh, Braden's gone. Do you have any? We can keep going. Maybe we were getting too serious for him or something. But do you have any plans to race in the future? Do you want to just be a crew guy? Like, what is your future plans, man?
I'll actually be racing in Pennsylvania. I'll have my car back. We were going to try to make it to Ohio, but the stars did just not align. So I'll be back I cannot talk today, golly. So I'll be back in Pennsylvania, and I'll be running Outlaw Big Tire there. And I plan to build a car this winter and run No Prep Kings next year full time.
Nice, man. That'll be awesome. Hey, Braden, thanks for joining us.
I don't know what happened there.
It's all right, man. It happens all the time. This is what you get when you go live. So Jimmy, so you're gonna be racing this. You haven't raced a car yet, right? This year?
I've drove some cars this year, but I have not raced. You're correct.
Right. You haven't raced in No Prep Kings.
No Prep Kings, yes.
The Warden. So you're gonna be racing the Warden. Is what you're saying? Okay.
Yes,
I'm Big Tire, Outlaw Big Tire. Hell yeah, man. That's cool, man. So is that kind of what you want to do? You know what I mean? Is that what you want to do at some point? Race like yearly, race every week, stuff like that?
Everybody always says Justin did a pretty good job at showing it that you couldn't race for full time, and I feel like I can do it just as everybody else's dream is, and I'm gonna continue to strive at that goal until it is not shown to work. Hell
yeah, man. That's good. That's good. Tony McKinney says hi to you guys. Big head Tony McKinney. Braden, so what about you, man? What's your future plans with all this stuff? Do you want to race at some point, or are you cool with being the main crew guy? What's your plans, buddy?
I want to race eventually. Maybe do some small tire stuff. Maybe big tire. I don't know. We'll see. Whatever comes first. I don't know.
Maybe you can keep the tradition going and race the Lumina for like for like year 40 or something.
Like you think he'll let me drive it?
I think it's awesome that your dad has had that car for so long and still races it at a really high competitive level too. You know what I mean? It ain't like it's slacking at all. You know, obviously everybody has struggles throughout the season, but
Yeah.
it's great seeing that car do so well, man, in No Prep King. So, so one of the main reasons I wanted to have you guys on tonight is because of the Drag Illustrated 30 under 30. If anybody's heard of this, watching it or not, but basically, Drag Illustrated gives out awards every year for the top guys, top people involved in drag racing, top 30 people who are under 30 years old. Jimmy and Braden are both 18. You have to be 18 in order to be involved in this, in order to be nominated and voted for. First off, boys, where can people go to vote for you guys? Because you guys are nominated in it. So where can they go?
You get it.
Put you on the spot.
Yeah, you can go to dragillustrated.com and there should be a link under there for 30 under 30. I was not.
Yeah, it's on their Facebook page too. I'm pretty sure.
So go on there, guys. Vote for Jimmy. Vote for Braden. See if we can get them on the 30 under 30. Jimmy, if you were named to the 30 under 30, what would it mean to you, man?
It would mean a lot. I'm sorry, I seen Tony's. It would mean a lot. There's so many people out there that are so deserving of it. So if I'm not chosen, I understand it's cool. Because like I said, there's so many talented people out there under the age of 30 that I feel like are way better than I am. And but we'll see how it goes. I'm always learning, and I'd love to be a part of it for sure. But like I said, I definitely feel like there's a lot of nominees out there, and a lot of decisions to be made. Definitely.
What about you, Brad? What would it mean to you if you were named to the 30 under 30?
It'd be pretty cool. I mean, if I don't get it because I'm 18, just starting it. There's how many years? A lot of years to go.
12 more years.
Yeah, it'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
More.
Definitely. I think you guys, doing stuff like this, being because you guys are both like out there now. You guys will be on TV a lot. You guys are lining up the cars. You guys are prominent on TV now. Like everybody can see you now. You know what I mean? And you guys are in social media. I know, Braden, you're helping your dad a lot with the social media part. Jimmy, you need to start helping your dad with the social media part. So I just want to first of all, I want to thank you guys for coming on the show tonight. And I want to share a couple stories about you guys. So there could have been a bunch of other people I had on and did this nomination for the DI 30 under 30. But I've personally seen both you guys go above and beyond, just even in your own crew. Now, you guys are both amazing crew guys for your own crews. But Jimmy Howe, one night, it was in most recently, Colorado, both of you guys. Jimmy in Colorado, I think it was Thursday night. We were loading up. We're at Ryan's pit, and we were unloading a barrel of fuel from the truck to the trailer. And Jimmy's not in Ryan's crew at all. Okay, Jimmy was over by us. He saw a bunch of us older guys over there struggling with this heavy-ass barrel of fuel. So Jimmy hopped up there. Nobody even asked him. Hopped up there and rolled it onto the trailer. And it's just little things like that. I was like, wow, damn, thanks, kid. Like, all of us have bad backs, but you're not gonna have it. But you don't have a bad back yet. You're gonna have one when you get older if you keep doing that. But it was cool to see Jimmy do that. Jimmy has no ties with Ryan, nothing like that. He just went up there and helped. He saw some people needed some help with the barrel, and he helped us. So that was one cool story about you, Jimmy. And then Braden, I think it was Colorado as well. I saw you. Were you lining up Chuck? You were lining up Chuck Sykes-Singer's car, because Chuck needed some help with didn't have many crew guys there or something, and you were lining Chuck up. You know what I mean? It's like it's just awesome, dude. Like to line somebody else up, a competitor against you. Like Chuck's not even on your team for this. You know what I mean? And you're helping him out, just helping out a friendly driver. So, just two instances of both you guys where you guys went above and beyond. And I think you guys do that weekly. I just saw it personally, but you guys do it every week. You guys are huge aspects, part of your teams. And I hope both of you get the nod for the 30 under 30. It'd be really cool. I think you guys both deserve it. So I appreciate you guys coming on tonight. I hope you guys have good luck this weekend. Braden, keep on your grades, buddy. Always got to keep on your grades. And Jimmy, I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you both you guys this weekend. But Jimmy, I can't wait for you to get racing in the Warden again. So, thank you guys for coming on. Appreciate you guys, and I hope you guys have a good night.
All right, you too.
Yeah.
We'll see you.
What races are you coming to?
I'll be in Ohio this weekend, and then Michigan, and then at least Texas, but maybe Alabama too. So I'll see you guys some more. No,
In
definitely say hi this week.
Michigan, I want to make sure you're on the starting line when I come by doing a burnout. I want to make sure I blow your hat off.
Hey, man, that would be great. Hell yeah, Jimmy. Let's do that. All right, fellas. You guys have a good night, and I'll talk to you later.
All right.
Yeah.
See ya.
See ya.